Hi Cancer, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I am going to be doing your September 1st to the 15th, 2020 reading for you. Now I ask if this reading resonates with you, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and also to subscribe to my channel. And if you would like to be notified whenever I upload new videos, and I upload all the time, just hit the bell notification button. Now before we dive into this reading, let's clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from your body like storm clouds. Feeling yourself become calm, centered, and at peace as you enter into this safe and loving space. All right. So let's see what the tarot has to say. Cancer, September 2020 money and career. 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 Cancer. Angels and spirit guides show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels. And spirit guides show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Fantastic. And let's see your chakra cards and your chakra energy for this time. Cancer, September 2020 money and career. 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 Angels and spirit guides show me clearly. Yeah, those three. Okay, fantastic. So we're starting here with holistic health. This is a really great time to go back to natural roots. And of course, contact your healthcare professional, but this is a time to look for a more natural approach to things, a way to help calm and center the self, a way to alleviate anxiety. This is going back to a more natural diet. And this is really looking at your overall health and having a very down-to-earth, earth-connected approach to things. Meditation would be highly beneficial for you. A sense of, really embracing the breath, breathing in very deeply through your nose, filling up. How is it that you breathe? You breathe in, okay, and this is how a monk taught me. You breathe in, and instead of having your belly push out, you have your belly kind of pull in, and you fill up all the way to your lungs. And then you breathe out, and you have your belly push out, because you're releasing all the air. And doing things like this will help you to center yourself, to, awaken your mind, awaken your power, awaken your soul, and really help you to move forward to where it is that you want to do, to where it is that you want to be, and what it is that you want to do with yourself and with your life, and the way that you want to move forward. So it's just, it's tea, it's herbal teas, it's connecting with the earth again. It's holistic healing, it's acupuncture. It is a less invasive way of healing and connecting with your body. And then we have grounding. This is the Earth Star Chakra, located 6 inches below your feet. This is your roots. This is yourself rooting yourself. This is yourself finding your roots, your passion, your power, your desire, the way that you want to move forward. And this is saying, what is really important to me? What is really empowering to me? And these things are your roots. These things are the things that if you go against them, you will feel as if you've shattered a bit of yourself, or as if you're not as whole as you once were. So you are connecting again with your rooted and powerful soul, your rooted and powerful self. This then leads you to peace, the crown chakra. And this is being crowned with peace. For a moment, just sit back and visualize your crown. And it's not visualizing simply your crown chakra, but what crown do you wear upon your head? What crown does your subconscious give you? Is it a crown of peace, or is it a crown of anxiety? Is it a crown of achievement, or is it a crown of despair? Because what you are moving towards during this time, and what you truly want, is a peace and a harmony and a connection that grounds you and brings you a healing that permeates through your whole entire body and lifts you up. Now let's see what the tarot has to say. The left-hand side is your inner self. The middle is your heart, your emotional self. And the right-hand side is your public self. So we have the Ace of Earth. This is God's source spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, handing you a gift of prosperity, success, and bounty. These are the seeds to be planted. Then you have the Nine of Swords. That makes sense. Worry, doubt, fear, not being able to sleep well at night. You have the Fool, a starting of a new journey. And you have the Chariot, which is you in the major arcana. And as you get this gift, as you see this prosperity that lays ahead of you, you're going to try your hardest to talk yourself out of it. And I kind of laugh because it's like whenever we have something really big set before us and we think, oh, can I do it? You know, we're always so cautious to move ahead. And we always question ourselves, at least if we're, discerning human beings. There are people who sit there and go, oh yes, I'm doing it. I'm moving straight ahead. And they have this confidence to them. And some people, have you ever noticed that some people who shouldn't have really any confidence in their abilities because they're always mucking things up, they sit there and they charge ahead full throttle and just expect success. You, Cancer, you have success here. You're crowned with it. And you're crowned with the essence of yourself. But you're going to try and talk yourself out of prosperity and bounty and the beauty that lies ahead of you. Don't listen to this. This is doubt, this is fear, this is the negativity that was spoken over you, and you are going to see yourself evolving from that point. In your heart, we have the Hierophant. This is a Taurus energy, a time frame of April 20th to May 20th. This is saying be true to yourself. The Seven of Pentacles is calling upon patience, which I know you don't really want to hear, but it is important. And you have the King of Water, which is you in the minor arcana coming through as a king. You have the essence of yourself, and you as a king shining through. There is power to you. There are times where you feel as if you're a bit stuck, as if you would want to be able to do more, to release responsibilities, but a king has their responsibilities, and you face them head on, truthfully and honestly and powerfully. And it leads you to the Ten of Air. It leads you to seeing all the heartbreak and all the disappointment that you have had. And it leads you to saying, I'm not defeated. It also leads you to looking at where in your mind you've kind of blown things up. And we all do it. So it's not that just you, Cancer. It is where things become like overkill. It's like, oh my gosh, if we can stop thinking about it, if we can stop playing the scene over and over again in our heads, we can see ourselves move forward. Because this is knowledge and wisdom, hard won, hard gained, and powerfully had. It leads you here to the Ace of Water. And you are definitely taking this gift because you have the King of Cups right here. This line, if you see this here, right? The Ace of Water, the King of Cups, the Chariot, this is you. This is you getting a gift from divinity, God, source, spirit in the public arena. In your heart, it makes you a king. It makes you powerful. It makes you strong. And in your essence of yourself, it makes you embrace the very essence of yourself. It leads you to the hangman. You don't see things the same way as everybody else. Cancer, you're not going to. You come from an emotional, passionate, beautiful place. That is where you see the world. And that is where you're empowered by the world, but also the dreams that you dream. You have the 5 of water. Change your mind, change your life. And the 10 of earth, prosperity that lasts for generations. Now let's look at the people who are going to aid you during this time. Who are the people who are going to aid Cancer? September 2020, money and career. Who are the people who will aid Cancer? September 2020, money and career. Who are the people who will aid Cancer? September 2020, money and career. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. These 3, fantastic. We start here with the Prince of Cups, water sign energy, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. This is the second slowest moving prince. And this is the prince that has you look at your soul, look at yourself. Now with these people who aid you, they do not have to be people that you know in real life, just as the people who you have to be mindful of. It can be ideas that come your way. It can be things that they say that take root within your mind. And it doesn't matter how you come across them. They impact your life. And here they impact your life in a very emotional way, in a way that makes you look at things. And it can make you question, most definitely, because it's showing you defending your truth, defending your power, defending the way that you want to move forward. And this is what this person talks about. They talk about armoring up because the world is cruel and moving towards your goals, your dreams, and your aspirations. Then we have the Princess of Pentacles. This is an earth sign energy, a Taurus, a Virgo, a Capricorn. You have a strong Taurus presence within this reading. This is somebody who is young, who is asking questions, who is looking over their wealth and their prosperity, or this can be somebody who has a very youthful energy about them that has a very unique and powerful way of looking at wealth, of looking at the bounty that calls them forward. And here you are looking at the bounty that you are calling into your life, and this person helps you make sense of things. This person gives new ideas, new inspirations, and really has you looking at wealth in a different way, but also in that same powerful way as before. And then we have the Prince of Pentacles. Again, earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. You have youthful energy in the people who aid you. So they're bringing a new set of eyes, a new way of looking at things, not coming with preconceived notions or prejudices as we accumulate, as we age. They can, of course, have inherited these, but Spirit just keeps on saying in my mind, the beginner's eyes, which is a Buddhist saying to come to things with beginner's eyes is to come to things anew. And they're showing you a new way to come to money, to come to prosperity, to come to what you value as much as money, that opens up the doors of wealth. And we have the Ace of Earth, the Ace of Pentacles. This is God's source spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, handing you a gift of wealth, handing you a gift of prosperity, of abundance, of the seeds that need to be planted, and the roots that you are nurturing. Okay? What is it that is the true essence of you? What is it that you will not give up for other people? What is it that matters the most to you as you are moving forward? Because this is what you are embracing. This is what you're looking at, and it's very personal for you. You might find this is a time where you come together of conscience and mind, and you're looking at things. You're looking at things anew for you, for the way that you move forward, for the power that you are embracing, for the bounty that you have in your life. And you're saying what's important and what is not. What do I desire and what don't I desire? Where is it that I want to be? And this is divinity handing you these seeds. And it's saying, as you plant them, they will grow. So if you use these seeds and you plant them in prosperity and abundance, if you plant them in, bounty and being entitled to bounty, they will grow. But if you plant these seeds of earthly desires in doubts, in fears, in apprehensions, in anger, and in disappointment, they will grow. So be very mindful, because I don't have you. Now, you might be taking them in the subconscious message card at the end, but I don't have you taking these gifts right away. They're permeating every single aspect of this time, which can actually be a bit more powerful than simply taking them. And as you are embracing them, you're finding that there's a deeper truth, a deeper power, and a deeper knowledge that you are letting into your life, your soul, and yourself. It moves you here to dealing with doubts and fears and apprehensions. The 9 of Swords. And it seems like this is a time for most everybody where we start looking at the way we define ourselves as losers. And I know that that's unpopular to say, but there are a lot of times where no matter how much we succeed, no matter how hard we push forward, no matter how much prosperity we bring in, we're always afraid either that we'll lose it, or that people will see that we're an imposter, we're not as successful as they thought we were not as powerful as they thought we were not as abundant as they thought we were, and everything will fall apart like a house of cards. This is nightmares that keep us from success. This is doubt, fear, and apprehension that keep us from moving forward. And Cancer, with your heart and your soul so tremendously powerful, you are facing this head on. And you're saying, I don't have time. I don't have time for the doubts, the fears, the nightmares. I don't have time for, being kept up at night. There is so much that I need to do. But because you live so much within your heart, your soul, and yourself, because you need this connection between mind and heart in order to be truly empowered, you need to see what your mind is saying is something that is insurmountable, that is devastating, and that is holding you back, because you have the 9 of air and you have the 10 of air. And these are doubts and fears that can cripple you and that you can live in for the rest of your life. This is sitting there, and Cancer, you're very good at embracing an energy that needs to be embraced. But this is when the world is quiet. This isn't smiling, for people to make them think that you are happy. This is truly being happy. And when you are embracing the 9 of Swords, when anybody is embracing the 9 of Swords, it makes us think of our worst nightmares. It makes us think of our greatest fears. And there's a way in your heart right here that you can see everything falling apart. And you have to know that that is not the truth. The truth is the power. The truth is the blessings. The truth is you moving forward on a new adventure. But there is a part of you that doubts the wealth that is coming forward. There's a part of you that makes you question yourself and your soul and your power and your truth. And here we have the Fool. At times you feel like a fool. At times you will think, this is a fool's errand. I can't believe I'm moving forward this way. I can't believe I'm making myself so vulnerable. I can't believe I'm starting something new. Do you know how old I am, or do you know how many responsibilities I have? And you need to stop. Because the Fool, first of all, in medieval times, the Fool was the one who could tell the truth. He could tell the king he was, a jerk. He could tell the courtiers that they were, pompous fools. He could sit there and make fun of people and get away with it because he made the king laugh. Now, once he stopped making the king laugh, things got a little tricky. But a fool was a truth teller, okay? To be foolish, to be laughed at, is something that nobody wants. Nobody sits there and goes, oh, I hope everybody laughs at me when I lay my heart bare. I hope everybody laughs at me when I try and I fail. Nobody wants that. And that's what we're afraid of. That's also what keeps us small. Cancer, there are big things ahead of you. What you have to do is trust yourself. Trust your power of understanding. Trust your soul. Trust your beginning. Because you're on a hero's journey. Now, that hero might be a hero for the ages, like Hercules, right? But Hercules went through madness. Hercules went through times where he absolutely lost his mind. And he killed everybody who was important to him. And we don't tell those parts of the tales. We tell the pretty parts. We gloss over things. We make them into Disney movies. And we don't say that Pocahontas could very well have been a made-up princess because the funding to bring people to America was was running out. Nobody says that. And a hero is a person who starts things anew, but starts them truthfully and honestly, and has the world laugh at them, not because they're saying something that they want to hear, but because they're saying something that sounds so outlandish. But then when you can do it, then when you start to succeed and achieve, the laughter stops. And you will see the first people who started laughing at you become the first people who started saying, oh, I always knew they could do it. I always knew you had it in you. Cancer, you are following your hero's journey. You're not glossing over the truth. And that's why there's this worry, this doubt, and this fear. Because you're not sugarcoating things. You're not rewriting things to make it more palatable, to take away the cruelty of human existence. No. The cruelty of human existence needs to stay there. Because how else are we going to know what not to do again? Because if we don't know we did it before, how are we going to stop ourselves from doing it, from repeating it? So here, as you start your journey, you're well aware of the times that you have failed. You're well aware of the mess-ups, of the disheartened times, of the dark times, of the, the doubts and the fears and the apprehensions and the reasons why you shouldn't be able to succeed. But you have to start anyway. You have to go after what it is that you desire. Now, this does not mean to quit your job and run away and join the circus. This means to uphold your responsibilities, but also take a shot on you. Start doing something on the side. Start small and gently and gradually grow it, because you are embracing the essence of yourself, the way that you want to move forward. And the thing with you, Cancer, and the reason why people so often underestimate you is because they don't believe the power of the heart is worth much. They believe it's the power of tenacity, of brute force, of strength that can be seen, of the bulging of muscles, and the bellowing of a voice. In Cancer, that's not you. You are the person who will charge forward. You are the person who will stick with something long after everybody else has given up. You are the person who loves deeply, loves truly, loves honestly. And that is your superpower. And the rest of the world thinks, oh, what type of power is that? It's weakness. But to be represented by the Chariot card is the complete opposite of weakness. The Chariot was the tanks of its day in the ancient world. The Chariot were the NASCAR racers in the Colosseums when they raced around and around at speeds that couldn't be imagined, okay, by the normal person, and risking their life and limb. There's a there's a braveness. I think that's the right word. You're brave. There we go. And you're embracing that courage within your soul, within yourself, to move you forward. The day and the night are coming together. What is seen and what is unseen, to move you forward in power. But there is doubt that holds you back, that you are blowing the horn and saying, no, I have to begin my hero's journey. You are looking at things and there's a crown of blessing. And you are looking at things and you're saying, how do I move towards this? First of all, you get out of your own way. You start to believe. Now, doubt and fear, yes, of course, it is natural, especially when you don't have everything laid out concrete. But you have to believe in you, because you are charging forward. And there's a power to you that needs to be realized and that needs to be released. Because as you stay true to yourself, here we have the Hierophant. Now, the Hierophant in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck is the Pope. And the Pope was the King of Kings. He could tell kings what to do, and he did. So here with the Hierophant, you are looking at the power that moves you forward. Okay? This is, of course, a Taurus energy, April 20th to May 20th. There's a power, there's a truth to you, there's a sensuality, there's a grace, and there's a determination. But you cannot go against your grounding roots. You can't. Because if you do, you go against the essence of you. You go against the power of you. And you will see that you are weakened. Your heart is weakened. Your determination is weakened. You start to question. You start to doubt. You start to fear. And this is saying, go back to what you know to be truth and hold on to it. Guide yourself forward in your roots, in the essence of yourself. As you do so, The Seven of Earth says be patient. You're going to want things to happen instantaneously. We as human beings like that. We like things to happen yesterday. Okay? It makes us feel good. But things do not happen. Profound things do not happen in our time. They happen in divine time. And they may very well be happening for you in a time where you've given up on that dream. You've given up on that passion, that blessing, that way of looking at things. And the Seven of Pentacles says, be patient. Be patient, the magic comes through you. And the magic, yes, it can be conjuring magic if that's what you believe in. But for me, the magic is the God's head that lives within us. It is the fact that Brahma said, I will bury the God's head within man, because that is the one place he will not look for it. And that is the one place that you are being told now to look for the power, for the strength, to build something sweet and beautiful, cherishing and lovely, to move you forward. And as you look at this, you look and you are a king. You have patience with yourself. You have a power of understanding and a grace of beauty. And as you begin your fool's journey, okay, which you will sit there and say, oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm doing this. You start to see the essence of your truth. You start to see the power of yourself. You are a king. Now, kings cannot move as freely upon a chessboard as queens can. I also see kings as the actors upon the stage, the ones we take note of. The queens are the directors behind the scenes, still immensely powerful. And in a lot of cases in the medieval world, they ran the kingdom because the husband, the king, was either, not cruel enough, because cruelty won in the medieval world, or he just wasn't powerful. He was, of course, the one who inherited the throne, but they were the ones who kept it. So here with the King of Water, the King of Water in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck is a king out in the middle of the water. And you can sit there and it's heavily implied that he is the king of all that is behind him. But he is also simply the king of that rock. And that is only him. Here we have somebody who looks like Nero. No, not Nero. Poseidon. There we go. Terrible mistake. Poseidon, king of the sea, right? But in, again, the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, it is a king who rules only himself. And here's the thing. In the sea of emotion and in our truth, our understanding, our perception, we are the king who rules only ourselves. That is the only person we have to rule. That is the only power we possess. And even then, we are terrible people to rule. Oh, I'm not going to eat that cookie. We eat the cookie. Oh, I'm going to get all my work done on time. We watch YouTube. Oh, I'm going to do this. We do that. So here, it is saying that ruling ourselves is hard enough. Give yourself kindness. Give yourself understanding. Look at what it is that you want and know that you do not have any control over anybody else. That knowledge, that understanding, it leads you to the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords, in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, it is a person laying prone on the ground with 10 swords stabbed through them. It's overkill. Now, it can be that your heart is latched onto something, and it's overkill. We all have it. Every single one of us. It does not matter our sign or ourselves. We all have that thing, that hurt, that pain, that disappointment that we latch onto. And we say, this defines us. My father would have stayed if I was just a better person. That's not true. That person wouldn't have passed away if I was just there for them. That's not true. You cannot control another person's fate. You cannot make things happy as much as you want to, Cancer, because you want to, when they are their lessons to learn, and they are part of your lessons to learn. And the Ten of Swords, the way I've come to see this, is a decade of lessons learned. It is always the greatest sword stuck into us, the greatest lesson. Now there's a myriad more of them. But here, with the Ten of Air, it is learning, it is understanding, and it is seeing. And it is not being defined as a failure because you have been brought to your knees, but knowing that life brings us to our knees. And it is the power to get up. It is the power to keep going. It is the power that defines us. And you are starting a whole new way of seeing and comprehending within your heart self. And then we have the Ace of Water. Now, you have the King of Water right here. This is all you. And this line right here, okay, that crowns the heart and the middle and the end, okay, the middle and the end, right here. They all define you. You're handed a gift from God's source spirit, however you see the divine universe. You take it. The King of Waters takes it. And you embrace the essence of yourself, but you move forward in the power, the passion, and the beauty of your heart's truth. And you embrace this knowledge. This is not something given lightly. And this is something given in the public arena. Somehow you see it. Somehow you understand it. And it opens up doors for you. It opens up your eyes. And it's a gift that cleanses the heart, the mind, and the spirit. It is a gift that can bring a heck of a lot of tears. It cleanses you. It purges you. And it can make you feel astoundingly vulnerable. But also look at things with new power and new understanding. Because once the tears are gone, and it might take years for the tears to be gone, as you purge yourself from the heartbreak, the pain, the disappointment, the anguish, our hearts are not healed in a day. Okay? And that is something that we have a hard time understanding. That it takes patience. As you have this gift, have patience with what you are accumulating within this world. The way that you are defining and blessing yourself to move on to this journey, to move on to your hero's task. Because as you do so, and as you have this blessing come in, as you are cleansed and as you are healed, and as you find yourself rising in your power, the Hanged Man says you do not see things the same way as everybody else. And if you have stumbled across this channel, you do not see things the same way as everybody else. You are vastly different. And the Hangman makes you doubt. Yes, you're moving towards deeper knowledge, deeper spirituality, deeper understanding, deeper truth for your soul and yourself. But you're also thinking, am I wrong? Why can't I just be like everybody else? And it might be heartbreaking for you, Cancer. And for some of you, it is. Why can't I just be like everybody else? And in the public arena, that's what you want. But that takes away your gifts. That takes away your passion, your beauty, your power, your prosperity. See things differently. And know that you are blessed because you do. See things differently. And know this truth inside of you. See things differently. And do not doubt your own eyes. Because as you embrace this, you change your mind and you change your whole entire life. You have the repeat of the number 7 here. Okay? With the essence of yourself and the 7 of Pentacles. The repeat of the number 7 says, you need the truth. You will not be able to abide people lying to you. And you will not be able to abide you lying to yourself. You need the truth. And as you embrace the truth, you embrace you. As you see what needs to be seen, you see you. And you dive deeper. This is also being very drawn to mysticism, to sacred texts, to a connection with your soul, yourself. And the 5 of Waters. You're looking at all the disappointments, the doubts, the fears, the apprehensions. It says turn around, because behind you lays the 2 of Cups, the Minor Arcana Lover's card. Behind you lays love and blessings and beauty and power and healing. And as you see that, then you move forward to wealth that lasts for generations. Then you move forward to prosperity and blessings and bounty and beauty. Then you move forward to so much more than you had ever expected. And you see what's truly valuable to you. The 10 of Earth, the 10 of Pentacles, is money or something you value as much as money coming into your life. And now you might think, oh, I know exactly what this is going to be. You will be surprised. Divinity is saying it is not what you expect, but what I give. And that is going to be defining and powerful for you. And it's going to be a whole new world opening up to you when it comes to money and when it comes to success. You start, excuse me, you start with a blessing. You end with a realization. And that is beautiful. Now, let's go deeper. Cancer. September 2020, money and career. Cancer. September 2020, money and career. Cancer. September 2020, money and career. Cancer. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides. Show me deeply. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides. Now let us see the people you are to be mindful of during this time. Cancer. Who are the people Cancer is to be mindful of? September 2020, money and career. Who are the people Cancer is to be mindful of? September 2020, money and career. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Fantastic. We start here with justice. So this is a Libra energy, a time frame of September 23rd to October 22nd. This is going to be somebody who goes by the letter of the law. It might not actually be fair, but they will sit there and give out justice the way it is written to be fair, but without the emotion behind it. And this can also be somebody who's so concerned about the scales being balanced that they miss the bigger picture. Right? So just be mindful about that. Be mindful that this person isn't seeing things humanely. Yeah, they're not seeing things humanely. They're seeing things rather black or white, black print, white page, and there is no room for any more interpretation than what simply is. And then you have the King of Pentacles, Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This is somebody who is a little bit overpowering. Yeah. Okay, a lot of bit overpowering sometimes. Very determined, very focused, very dedicated, but also kind of like a wrecking ball coming in. Prosperous, most definitely. Wealth to them, yes. But having a compassionate way of looking at things, no, not really. And then we have the Strength card, which is a Leo energy, a time frame of July 23rd to August 22nd. This is somebody who moves forward with brute force strength and does not care. Does not care about the emotions. And that is something that you actually see as tremendous weakness, tremendously unsavory, instead of powerful. We have the Eight of Emotions, the Eight of Cups, the Muse of Materials. So you have the King of Pentacles right here. The Three of Emotions, the Three of Cups. Interesting. Okay. You have the Knight of Inspiration, the Knight of Wands, Fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. There we go. The Four of Materials. This is my vampiric energy card, so be mindful. The Four of Voice. The Four of Swords, needing to rest, needing to take things in. The repeat of the number 4 is saying here that your heart needs you to look at yourself, to take care of yourself. It's going to be very important. Then we have the Moon, Pisces energy, February 19th to March 20th. The Lovers, Gemini energy. This is May 21st to June 20th. And the High Priestess. So you have in the public arena all very powerful, okay, Major Arcana cards. And the Major Arcana, of course, is very powerful. So all very powerful cards. But they're also all very introspective and personal cards. So in the public arena, when you look at the world and when the world looks at you, you need to look at your heart, your soul, yourself. And there's a private awakening that is coming. The Eight of Cups, you're walking away from what you once thought you would love. The best way I can describe the Eight of Emotions, the Eight of Cups, is a really beautiful pair of shoes. And they are the type of shoes that you sit there and you get and you're like, oh my gosh, they're so pretty. They probably cost a fortune, as really pretty, impractical things do. And you think, I'm just going to love them. I'll wear them all the time. They'll be amazing. And they hurt. You can't walk in them. And you'll think, okay, that's fine. They're really pretty sitting shoes. I have a good 15 minutes of walking. And then one day you will realize how ridiculous that statement is. They're really pretty sitting shoes. I used to have a closet of really pretty sitting shoes. And then you realize, at least I realized, shoes are for exploring. Shoes are to carry you through this world and protect your feet. They are to let you go far and wander and see and become. They're not really pretty for sitting. And that is what the Eight of Cups is. The Eight of Cups is something that you thought would fit. You thought would be that beautiful pair of shoes that changed your life like Cinderella. And then you realize that that's a fairy tale. In the very original version, it was a clog fur-lined, there we go, slipper. It wasn't something we would think of as beautiful. A clog fur-lined slipper. And we walk away from what we once thought we would love. It is an ending as severe as a divorce. For some, it is a divorce. It is that love you thought would last forever and didn't. That broke your heart and shattered your dreams. And took a piece of you away. You are reclaiming it. It is that dream that you had that hasn't come to fruition yet. That shattered your heart and made you doubt yourself. Know that things happen in divine time, not your time. Know that you are looking at things more deeply and more honestly. You are blessed, but you are afraid. You are afraid because you've known failure. And what if you fail again? What if you just can't? The Eight of Cups is heartbreak and disappointment. The Eight of Cups is anger and it is fear. And the Eight of Cups is having the power within yourself to get up and walk out. It can be on a mindset. It can be on a dream you thought was dead but isn't. It is a claiming of your power. It is a knowing of your truth. And it is moving towards it. It leads you to the King of Materials. Okay, the Muse of Materials, the King of Pentacles. Here you are to be mindful of the King of Pentacles. Here you are blessed by the King of Pentacles. It is prosperity and it is abundance. It is a way of seeing the way that things connect. Seeing the lines between them. And it is you looking at things and being like, oh my gosh, that's it. That's the bridge I need. That's the way I need to move forward. That's my truth. Now, yes, there is a rigidity to it because kings have a rigidity to them. They can't roam free. They just can't. And so if you're trying to escape things and you have this king energy around you, you're not going to be able to. You have to deal with it head on, openly, honestly, and succinctly. It then leads you to the Three of Emotions. The Three of Emotions, for me, the Three of Cups is when you have trust someone and they were supposed to be one of your people. part of your tribe, part of your clan, part of your truth. They were supposed to believe in you. They were. They were supposed to believe that you could do it. And they just couldn't. They believe in themselves, but they can't believe in anybody else. And it hurt. And Cancer, for you, hurts like this, betrayals of people that you love, they sting so terribly deep. The wound goes so deep, and you have two of them right here. And as you move forward, this teaches you to not rely blindly on anybody but yourself. Which, yes, sounds broken, okay, fine. But it's also honest. It's like, listen, if I want to get things done, I need to rely on me. And I need to honor and respect me. It leads you to the King of Inspiration. Not the King, the Knight of Inspiration. This is the Knight of Wands. This is moving fast and furiously towards your dreams. And yet you have here patience and a being true to yourself. Because you want to get there so quickly, you might sit there and be like, I can tweak things a little bit. Oh, I don't have to be patient. Don't run so quickly. You actually wind up jeopardizing yourself. It's like, it's like taking a horse, right? And taking them over really terrible terrain. Muddy, boggy terrain. And their leg can break. And then you have to kill it. And that's it. You don't want to kill a dream. And I know that's a bit blunt and a bit cruel, and I do apologize for that. But you don't want to run off half-cocked and have your gun blow up in your face. Because that's where the saying comes from. Half-cock is, think of the Civil War, okay? And I'm talking about the United States here. So think of that time period. And back then, you had to load your musket. You had to, push down the gunpowder and everything like that. Pull back the trigger. Pull back the cock piece. All the way back. And because you were in the middle of a war, sometimes people didn't. They didn't pull the gun, the cock piece, all the way back. They pulled it halfway back. And what happened? The gun blew up in their face. So that's why we have the saying, do not go off half-cocked. Because it'll backfire on you. And that's what I'm seeing here. Look at things truthfully and honestly for yourself. You're going to go forward with speed, most definitely. But be mindful. Be mindful of your passion, be mindful of your desires, and let things ripen. Let things ripen for you and on their own. It leads you to the Four Pentacles. Because as you want to move forward, you do have people here draining your energy. This is vampiric energy. These are people who latch on like leeches and sit there and say, well, you seem to have everything all worked out, Cancer. You're such a deeply loving, compassionate, kind person. I'm going to latch onto you. And it is terrible. It takes away the beauty, it takes away the passion and the power, and you feel like you have to hold on to every scrap that you get. And it's because they're draining it away. You're reclaiming your passion, your beauty, your understanding, and you are releasing their negativity. I like to visualize myself in the golden light of the universe. See your seraphim with their flaming wings and their flaming sword. See them cut through the light of the universe that is around you. And for a moment, there is pure and utter blackness. It can be overwhelming, but it is also very reassuring. It's very peaceful. And then the light comes back, as quickly as you can blink, as fast as a heartbeat. The golden light of the universe comes back. And you will see that all the pieces that were like sewer sludge around you start to fade away. Have faded away. They're gone. They will rebuild over time. And so for you, Cancer, because you are so sensitive and so in tuned, I would do this multiple times a day. Just disconnecting yourself from the negative energy, from the anger, from the hurts, the pains, and the disappointments. And moving yourself forward. Moving yourself forward to your blessings. Because this is where you do not have to hold on to wealth with a death grip. This is when you know that it's coming. And you don't have to worry about it. It leads you to the Four of voice, the Four of Swords. Seeing the war that you have been through, the hurts, the pains, the disappointments, the angers, the upsets, the upheavals, and moving towards your goals because you are letting yourself heal, because you are taking care of you. And in the public arena, you are looking at the fears that have kept you small with the moon. The moon is a shadow. The moon is the reflective light of the sun. And here you are looking at the shadows. And instead of seeing monsters, you see depth and you see brilliance. Because a drawing without shadows is lifeless. It is not extraordinary. It's like comparing cave drawings to Rembrandt's. You can't. Rembrandt holds soul. Cave drawings do their best, but are primitive. And that is what you're moving from. A primitive way of seeing the world. A primitive way of judging the world. From fear and anxiety, doubt and apprehension, to beauty and depth. And knowing that yes, sorrow colors it all. Because sorrow is a part of life. There is a Buddhist saying that no life is without grief. And it's true. And just as if you have faith as small as a mustard seed, you can reach the kingdom of heaven. But if you have pride as small as a mustard seed, the bars of heaven are close to you. And that is from Christianity, and that is also from Islam. And here, the world is opening to you. Here you are looking at the shadows. You are going to find that brilliance comes to you at night. And you see it. You understand it. You take it in. And it takes in you. And this is also embracing the shadow self. Jung talks about the shadow self. And it is going from being that wide-eyed, innocent child to knowing that there is evil in this world. And that can be terrifying. But then also knowing that there is evil within you. And that is actually what makes you able to pick up the sword and fight. And that can also be terrifying. But it is liberating and it is true. Until you realize the darkness, you do not realize the full extent of your power. Until you face fear, it controls you. And so when you are facing fear, when you are looking at things, you are looking at the power and depth of your soul. Stand up straight, hold your head up high, and know that you are achieving absolutely magnificent things. Fear is a part of life, and in the public arena, you are facing it. Fear is what kept our ancestors alive. But because we're not hunting bears or, foraging for food, it manifests itself quite differently. It's looking at the sphere, and it's not letting it rule you. You then move to the Lovers, a duality of soul and of self, beauty, compassion, and understanding. Gemini energy, of course, May 21st to June 20th. You look at what you love. You look at what you desire. And you see yourself moving forward towards that truth, towards that passion, in that light. And the veil is lifted from your eyes. The doubts, the fears, the apprehensions. And you see clearly. And sometimes seeing clearly is terrifying. Not sometimes, all the time. Seeing clearly is terrifying. Cancer. You might have to tell the High Priestess to step back a bit. In the public arena, you are seeing behind the masks that people wear. You are seeing behind the anger that they put forward. Or, no, you're seeing to the anger, and you're seeing behind the smiles they put forward. You're seeing who they truly are. And that can be astoundingly off-putting. And as you see, you become. As you see, you maneuver more gracefully, more fluidly through this world. And as you see, you know. And there is a knowledge coming to you during this time that is like a superpower. but can be very, very, very intense. And if you need to tell divinity to calm it down, that you are not ready to see as clearly, as profoundly, and as deeply as they are letting you, that is okay. It does not mean the power will go away. It means that it will come more slowly, more gently, more honestly, over time. The High Priestess also hears divinity talking, but divinity talks in riddles, which can make it very, very hard to understand. And you are taking this poetry of creation, and you are making it a living work of art. Let's see what your spirit animals have to say. Cancer. September 2020, money and career. Cancer. September 2020, money and career. Cancer. September 2020, money and career. Cancer. Angels and spirit guides, show me deeply. Ooh, these two. Okay. Ooh, 3. Love it. So we start here with the lion spirit. It says, be generous of spirit. Be generous and be bold, because you are moving towards greatness. And you're moving towards being the king of your world. And you're actually the king of your world because you're ruling over your heart with such power and such dexterity of spirit. Then you have the brown bear spirit. Take time out. Take time out to see what is truly powerful, what is truly beautiful within your heart, within your soul, within yourself. What seeds are you planting, and what is growing? It then leads you to the moth spirit. Surrender now. Surrender now to your truth, to your power, and to your grace, and let yourself move forward. Your subconscious spirit animal message is the koala spirit. Spirit has a plan. And what is astounding, Cancer, is that these are the exact spirit cards that I got for Gemini. And you have this Gemini presence right here. Especially if you are a cusp baby, Gemini influence is going to be very, very, very intense. So just be mindful of that. And just be mindful that you are being severely watched over by spirit so that you succeed and so that you triumph. Your subconscious people message is the Queen of Wands. Fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Determination, passion, dedication, not being afraid to roll up your sleeves and get in the thick of things. You never have been, and you never will be, Cancer. And now you're letting your spirit, your passion, your fire, the reason for getting up in the morning, shine astoundingly bright. This leads you to your subconscious chakra message, which is determination. At times, it feels like you are swimming against the current of the world. And even though, yes, you might be swimming upstream, you are swimming towards your truth. And yes, the rest of the world, they may not understand, but they don't have to. As Abraham Hicks said, what the rest of the world thinks of you is none of your business. Move forward in your power. Move forward in your truth. And let them think as they may. Because the person who succeeds is the person who has the last laugh. And you are moving towards success. Your subconscious tarot message is the Queen of Air. This is air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This is the warrior queen. This is determination and wisdom. This is a very severe connection with the High Priestess that is already connected to you. You see things clearly and honestly and openly, and you may not want to, but you will also find that you are empowered by the truth that you see. Your words come swiftly and honestly. Also know your words can be a bit sharp during this time. Stay true to yourself. Stay open to your soul. Others may not understand. They don't have to. And to define the subconscious message is justice. Libra energy. again in the time frame of September 23rd to October 22nd. We have that Libra energy to be mindful of. Here, it is justice. It is a balancing of the scales. It is moving forward in truth, in harmony, and in understanding. Queen of Air is Libra. Can very well be Libra. It can also be this Gemini energy here, and also, of course, Aquarius. But justice is had, and it's freeing. All right, Cancer. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we move forward in passion, power, and beauty, and as we know that we can achieve so much more than we ever thought possible. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and harmony, Cancer.